You know, I mean, it's not been a stunning year after what we expected it to be. But it just, yeah, looks terrible.
It's about digging in, though, at the end of the day. I mean, the Suzuki love affair that he had.
Time he can do on his own.
And Colin was pointing out earlier in the session, all the Hondas were looking good.
You see that Honda doing that there? Marc Marquez crashed in that exact same manner, and he said the chattering came from the back. So as they went down through the gearbox, the seamless gearbox doesn't seem to be handling. Chatter into that corner.
Sharp bursts in qualifying.
Yeah.
What has happened at Yamaha?
Yeah.
For it to be this bad.
We keep asking the question, but unfortunately, we're not getting the answer.
No.
And certainly you know that Hervé is not going to be paying for 2017 bikes in 2018. No. That is for sure. But Tech 3, no way.
Trying.
Last corner.
Just a bit.
Going to see the big reds out tomorrow. The Aprilias will be all in red. Spargo 30.9, 3/10 quicker than Cal Crutchlow's time. Tell you what, absolutely, Ribat a 10th off, Petrucci likewise, Viñales a couple of tenths off.
But let's remember, once you get to a couple of tenths here, call that half a second round normal racetracks.
Yeah, there's a few people trying to understand what we're on about with that. Well, trying to find a 10th here is like trying to find 3 or 4 tenths somewhere else. If that time was about summer break, I think the way Viñales has had this second half.
What was it, 4 podiums since he won in France many moons ago?
He was second next time out in Mugello.
Yeah.
Then you have to wait for Bruno, not a lucky, but a third under lucky circle. Zarco.
Yeah, but that's the package that's worked at every racetrack. There is the difference. I mean, it's not always. When you get a factory bike, we've all had them. When you get a factory bike, sometimes that isn't the perfect motorcycle at every racetrack. It's a really difficult machine. Development motorcycle to get it right. Aleix, is he going
first flying lap?
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to wait and see. So that's very, very sensible, because that time, nearly 4 tenths faster than Cal Crutchlow, who's in second place at the moment. Aleix is going to be hard to pit here. Maverick Viñales then. Tell you what, he's going to leave it for he's going to have one go. He's not going to spend a lot of time on the bike. He's going to have one go at bettering that time, because
and save his hand for another go in qualifying
2.
And they'll leave, they'll leave the same front tyre in as well. So you don't, you
won't
will
have to scrub it in.
Exactly, you will be able to attack on your I think, as Viñales.
Short shift through the Yamaha seamless box. Bradley's moving out the way.
Yeah, to get a toe.
He's aware what's going on.
This is going to put Viñales through.
Oh! Cal Crutchlow has crashed. Cal Crutchlow has jumped out of qualifying 1. Right now, he's still in. We waved yellow flags at that point, where you've got to roll out the throttle a little bit. Otherwise, if your time is too quick, you won't be allowed it.
The team are expecting him back because the second bike's being prepared.
There's no chance. There's no chance, because he's got to get out as well. Get round before the checkered flag. Here we go.
Here we are.
Turn 9 as he changes direction.
1/1000th of a second between him.
And Pole's on a personal best at the moment. Keep an eye on this. Pole Espargaro has got a quick enough time. Viñales.
Well, Viñales is going to go. Oh no, Viñales should go through with this, but then Pole's going to bump him back.
Viñales
he's now into 10
front.
Oh.
Do not save them. It's like you've gone over oil. Just what we talked about earlier about you have to make sure that side of the tyres scrubbed in and warm enough.
And graphic picture of the front tucking.
Watch it not to get back in time, but like you say, there's not time to get obviously on the bike and round before the checkered flag's out.
So we'll have another look at it as he goes from the left to the right, just folds straight under. It's just unloaded at the time you ask so much from it.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Got away with that nicely though, the way he sort of slid.
Tell you what, end of season, school's out come Monday. From a racing perspective, these guys chucking everything at it. But I always think,
and yet this guy on last year's bike.
Title, the only one of this year still to be sorted out. Valentino Rossi has his side of the Yamaha factory garage found something for this qualifying session. We wonder. Maverick Viñales trying to smash his airbox into the bottom of the motorcycle when he completed today under the lovely sun of Valencia. It is the Ricardo Tormo circuit, 2.4 miles round, a proper tricky little track. Not the best of MotoGP's, not the favourite MotoGP track of the year. I think that's a fact, but it's the one we end our year on, and it's a big deal. Challenge for this pole, it's all going to be a question of whether he can get himself on the front row.
The Ducati that's got the pace belongs to Jorge Lorenzo.
who looked like he was going out with Pirro. He was waving Pirro past. Remember, Pirro helped Lorenzo throughout the season. Exactly.
Yeah. Soft rear, Marquez has gone with.
Hard front.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, but they're so close, though.
I know,
these tyres in compound. That's the thing we were talking with Colin earlier. There's not the great big gaps, and the Honda's always kind of preferred that slightly harder feel at the front on the tyre, hasn't it? And again, it looks like that.
Which might not be a good idea given Ioanno's pace so far this weekend.
Davide Todozzi looks pretty nervous, got to say, the ex-World Superbike man. Team management. Tell you what, I feel we've ever seen around here. Jorge Lorenzo. 30.4 is the second off at the minute, and it's going to go quicker than that. Lorenzo goes second. Lost a bit of time in that final sector, but Lorenzo second. Pirro. Rins, I'll tell you, I was just about to say as he came into shot, Rins has got better and better this weekend. Goes top. Alex Rins on the Suzuki from Zarco, from Miller. Yeah, but those three are likely to push. They have not got so much at stake. You've got to give... Hodgie said it earlier. Zarco only a 7,000ths off that top time at the moment. Will he gain more or lose more in this run through 13? This is the final corner onto the front straight. This is Dobby now blasting to the line. Marquez is going quicker. Lorenzo is going quicker as they got heat in their tyres. This is qualifying 2. Here we go, to the line then. Marc Marquez is going to bang this one straight out the park in his first go for qualifying 2. 29.8, that is a cracking time. 29.4 is the outright circuit record, and he ain't far off of that. So, oh, that's a big off. A massive crash there. Pretty much on this lap.
And that was a lap, of course, right on Marquez's schedule.
Jorge Lorenzo. So Marquez leads this opening foray by over half a second. Dovizioso only 11th, Julian, it's 4th row. This World Championship is slipping away from Andrea Dovizioso. He has got to turn this around, and he's only going to have one more go to do it.
And looking at him into turn 1, it looked ragged. It didn't look like Dovi, did it?
It's the slow. If Zarco starts on the front row, he is a candidate for the win tomorrow.
Well, certainly from the first few laps, Jules. It's 30 laps around here. I don't believe he can keep a soft tyre lasting for the full 30 laps. I just don't believe it.
What's good for Zarco is he's nothing to lose at all.
I don't think Marquez is going to be too bothered about any of it, to be frank with you, as it is at the moment.
And Dovi's not done. You know, obviously, he's going to have his second run. It just didn't go for him. I think he looked right.
Yeah.
But Keith, that's back to what me and Colin talked about. He was carrying the Lorenzo corner speed round there, but when he grabs the brake initially, you've more lean angle, rather than trying to just maybe
got on the case here. Zarco rookie win would also be on a satellite bike if he managed to pull it off this weekend. We talked about rookie wins. They were on factory bikes. Marquez was on a factory Honda.
You could argue that, of course, Max Biaggi and his...
So have I, actually.
And if someone tried to stop you, you would be fighting with them to let you back out, because the problem is, I've always said it, riders are a danger to themselves. That let them leathers look like they're through.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, they are at the back, it's split.
Yep.
Definitely proved us wrong.
I hope he does.
So much. I really do. I hope he makes us look like suckers in here.
It won't be the first time, but...
or the last.
Well, it might be for you.
No, the fact I'm leaving won't change that, Will.
To stand a chance of the championship. It will break Ducati's hearts if he cannot qualify this thing and put himself in a position of taking on Marc Marquez over the weekend. He's got to hassle Marquez into a mishand. He's got a big scar on the back of it. Looks like he's got a letterbox.
Right, Dobby.
Oh, down got Marquez. Marquez has crashed out. Marc Marquez has crashed out. Well, I don't think he gave his front tyre half enough time, perhaps. He's got that hard. Jack Miller. So
27 crashes in the season so far for Marc Marquez.
Wow. And he walked away from them.
All of them.
Incredible.
Tell you what, this qualifying session, I usually would say...
but we've seen so many of them over the weekend.
That right-hander, first time you asked for it, was he going to kick that? It looked like he was going to kick his own bike. I think... Yeah, he ain't going to be happy with that.
I'm seeing a Reddit...
Watch this. Is he going to use?
Oh, of course it is.
Lorenzo back to the second row.
And Marquez is going to start from pole, but if the two blokes breathing down his neck are Zarco and Iannone, that is not a comfortable feeling.
He doesn't need to really feel that circuit. 4 different manufacturers in the top 4.
Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, Ducati, in that order.
Julian, I've just seen, look, Rins is behind Dovizioso in 10th. He's on a good lap. Oh, no, he's just lost.
Okay.
He just a quick shrug and everything's back where
just put all his shoulders in the right place.
How many crashes has that team had this year? Wow.
Yeah, because Sam's right up there and Aleix isn't shy.
Oh,
blimey.
Front's gone off.
That's true.
That's absolute fact of it. There is Jorge Lorenzo's machine coming back, but it is the Repsol Honda of your championship leader, Marc Marquez, that is in pole position for tomorrow's final round of the World Championship.
Moto Grand Prix race is live at 12:45. What was that?
It was a little wry shake of the head after the thing trying to launch him into the air.
There.
Pretty interesting stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed.
And new rear tire, obviously, tuck the front.
And that's what we see from him so many times. Number 27.
Yeah, it looked like he was about to kick the bike.
He did look like he was going to kick the bike. We don't normally see that. It's been a nightmare, really.
Both of those guys are scary.
He wanted to be up there, but not necessarily amid those two.
You never know. Iannoni's going to want to lead. Zarco's going to want to lead, so it could be a bit scrappy the first couple laps.
No, the boys in that session, yeah, there he is throwing his hands in there. We just haven't seen. Where is he on the third row? He's P9. Marc Marquez is on the front row.
Yeah.
The odds have just massively drifted out.
Well, stranger things.
Will he fight with them, do you think?
I think he might, if they want to be argy-bargy and get to the front.
Which they always are.
Well, they always are. I think he might cool out for a couple laps, let them get their 5 minutes of fame, leading the last race, and then he's eventually going to pull the pin and pass them.
Yeah, just sit, hold, wait, bide his time.
And maybe let them separate a little bit. You don't want to throw your riders, trying to gang up on each other, and maybe just let them separate a bit, pass them one at a time. He wants to win the race.
That crash that he just had, it looked like it was absolutely nothing.